And Pokemon fans of the world, it's Mega Crash, and I come at you guys back again once again with a brand new video. And ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time of the week, man, where I give you guys our weekly episode reviews for the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. And it just so happens we're on episode 95, and I just got done watching this episode. It's a pretty intense episode for what it's worth, man. I gotta say, I was really pumped up. I was on the edge of my seat for a good portion of this episode. Not to mention also, I busted a gut laughing through part of it. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy this video and you enjoy what you're about to see, then please be sure to show this video some support by smashing a like on it. Let's see if we can aim for 25 likes. It is greatly appreciated, guys. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this! Woo! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we open up this episode with the Ultra Guardians being summoned. And as it turns out, the reason why they're being summoned is because there is strange, unusual magnetic activity taking place at Wela Volcano, and it's messing with their Ultra Aura readings, which... that's not good. You know, you don't want to mess with something like Ultra Aura readings in case we have a repeat of what took place in the last arc. So it's at that point that all units have been deployed, baby! Oh snap, we're getting into the thick of it already. I cannot wait to see what's gonna take place here in this episode. So that when they arrive to their destination, they split off into two groups, and guess what they encounter? Well, as it turns out, we have ourselves the same three hikers that you would see in Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. They make their way into this episode right here in the anime, and I about lost it at that point. I'm like, are you kidding me? Man, oh man alive. This episode is going to be very interesting and funny to say the least. I had that feeling, and well, upon watching it, well, you guys will see as the review goes on. So after the scene with the hikers, we then go on to the next scene with Ash, Sophocles, and Kiawe looking at their scanner, and the reason why there is unusual magnetic activity at Wela Volcano, well, how about the fact that there are a group of Alolan Geodude and Alolan Graveler all huddled up, and as it turns out, they're actually eating the Spark Stones to generate even more electricity, hence why you see a bunch of magnetic readings on their scanner. But then we run into a bit of trouble. We have ourselves a couple of miners that are feeling a bit greedy, and they feel the need that it is completely necessary to interrupt the Geodude and the Graveler for no reason other than greed. They want to have those Spark Stones for themselves, so they end up sending out their pincer to try and scare them off. Well, let's just say that Kiawe kind of dethrones that plan pretty damn quick with a swift Flare Blitz from its Alolan Marowak, and man oh man alive, I just gotta say, that was definitely something that was just, woo, that was a thing of beauty. And I gotta say, Kiawe ain't playing around in this episode, man, no way. So after that takes place, we have ourselves the Geodude and Graveler peacefully munching away at the Spark Stones, but here's the thing, is that the rogue miners ended up revealing something that was pretty intriguing to our protagonists here. They were saying that they were going to go to the mines, and well, here's the thing, is that there may be a problem in the mines, guys, so let's navigate our way to that place. And well, what do you know, we have ourselves even more people mining these Spark Stones, and these Spark Stones are ginormous in size. Like, I'm just like, what? Man, this is where all the gold is taking place. But here's the thing, is that this isn't okay, because you're taking away the food from the Alolan Geodude and the Alolan Graveler, and, well, as we're about to find out, Alola Golem also rules the roost here too. So we end up finding out why these Spark Stones are so valuable, and that is because of the fact that, well, in the jewelry market, they can be made into all sorts of things, like necklaces and rings and the works, and I'm just like, okay, so they're essentially stealing food to make jewelry to sell as profit. Well, if that doesn't say scumbaggery, I don't know what does. I'm just like, yeah, no, that can't happen, and well, Kiawe is especially fired up. I'm just like, oh man, this is gonna be a bad episode for them rogue miners right there, especially when Kiawe gets involved. Oh man. So we then run into a scene where it seemingly is a dead end here for Ash and friends, but they end up hearing screaming on the other side of this rock bed, and I'm just like, uh-oh, someone's getting thrashed. I wonder who it could be, but here's the thing is that our heroes, you know, they don't leave anybody behind, so out comes Matang, and Ish is absolutely destroying that rock wall, making quick work of it with a meteor mash, and as we find out, it's actually our old pals from the first time around in this episode where they tried to interrupt the meal of Alolan Geodude and Alolan Graveler. Well, looks like they got thrashed. They ended up getting their just desserts, but here's the thing is that, things are kind of feeling a little bit intense here. And here's the thing is that, as it turns out, the reason why I had that intense feeling was because there was, in fact, that Alolan Golem that ended up thrashing our little miner friends. And yeah, it definitely made a zapping, cracking boom sound that absolutely boomed them the hell out and made them go completely insane here in this scene. I mean, I can't feel too sorry for them. You know, you reap what you sow. You try to invade territory that's not yours. You try to steal what isn't yours from wild Pokemon. What do you think's gonna happen? But anyways, let's go ahead and let's move on here because things get hella intense here. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not just the Alolan Golem that's pissed off. Oh, hell no. It's the Alolan Geodude and Alolan Graveler that are also pissed off as well. Oh, whatever shall we do here? Well, see, here's the thing is that Alolan Marowak gallantly tries to battle on, but here's the thing is that it gets knocked out pretty damn quick. So in comes Togedemaru and Pikachu looking to get them some, and they take advantage of the fact that Alolan Golem is out of its natural ammo. But here's the thing is that it starts launching Alolan Geodudes from its shoulder cannon. And, well, we're seeing some WWE style shiznickel going on right here because we have Alolan Geodude doing a double clothesline, knocking out both Togedemaru and Pikachu. What the hell is this? I'm just like, what? What is this monstrosity? This is intense. So things really aren't looking good for our friends. And even though our friends weren't the ones that initially annoyed the Alolan Golem and its comrades, the thing is that Alolan Golem associates them as a problem as well, since they are humans. But here's the thing, is that we have ourselves Matang to the rescue. I'm thinking, oh snap, here we go, man. Things are gonna get real good now. So we got ourselves a Battle of the Titans on our hands here. We have ourselves Alolan Golem versus Matang. Now I'm just like, oh man, okay. Let's see what's gonna happen here. You know, people are cheering, Pokemon are cheering. Things are going to get really good and heated pretty quickly here. I had a good feeling about this. Except this battle kind of took a turn for the strange. Okay, so I guess it's the battle of who gets the Iron Sand facial hair? Like, what is happening here? So, earlier on in the episode, you know, they were talking about how those with the most facial hair and the thickest eyebrows were the ones that had the more authority. And, well, here's the thing, is that we have the battle going on, right? We have the battle going on, and we have Alolan Golem's facial hair actually being swapped to Matang, and whenever there was a swap that was going on, we had the Alolan Geodude and Alolan Graveler suddenly swap sides and start cheering for that Pokemon with the facial hair. I'm like, what? What is happening? Like, seriously. So, I mean, did they really take the facial hair to heart here, I guess, in this sort of territory? So, Matang ends up winning this battle of, I guess, the most intimidating facial hair? Like, I have no idea. Like, just look at Matang. Like, it does look like a pretty scary dude with facial hair, you know? I hope sometime down the road that Pokemon will maybe implement maybe a facial hair sort of feature where we can have facial hair on Pokemon. Anyone else agree? Anyways, we end up having the Alolan Golem more or less backing down in surrender, given the fact that all its facial hair was gone. But Matang, being the good sport that he is, ends up giving back the Alolan Geodude's facial hair. and all seems well. They seem to be friends, they seem to be good buds. Maybe they can chow down sometime on some Sparkstone chicken nuggets or something like that, you know? So after all that has been settled, everything seems to be all well and good here, except Wela Volcano's kind of missing something here. Missing some security, missing some patrol officers, if you will, and well, it just so happens that our good old hiker trio decides to step in and be that security. And as it turns out, we have Alolan Golem feeling really inspired and really happy and actually wants to join in the patrols with the hikers. So the hikers end up catching Alolan Golem, and now they are buds, and we end up having ourselves a pretty happy ending to this episode. I thought this episode was really fun, really intense at the same time, and also really funny too, especially with the battle of the most intimidating facial hair. You know, every single time that Matang and Alolan Golem swapped facial hair, it all looked so bloody different. It was so funny. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is going to conclude this episode and thus conclude this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, then please show your support by smashing the hell out of the like button. 25 likes, like I said at the beginning of this episode. So with that being said, I say finally, thank you guys so very much for watching. Have yourself a good night, and I'll see you next upload.